Hello and welcome to our special show, Nobility for Ability 2018, the second edition of this prestigious event, this time coming to you all the way from Chantilly in France, the famous town, famous for its horses, polo, and a famous chateau as well. This edition promises to be very special because it's doing things at a global stage, bringing Indian fashion, Indian khadi on a global platform in the fashion capital of the world. It's also bringing polo, Indian polo, on a global platform with the best of India coming to play against a special team in Shanthi, which is a very famous horse racing and polo club. It also, of course, as always, aims to raise money for charity, for the chosen charities this time, which include ODE and For Ability, as well as the Princess Diya Kumari Foundation. It promises to do that in an entertaining way as always. Time now to get you this special event all the way from France. This year marked the international debut of Nobility for Ability, but last year had truly set up the brand spectacularly with a glittering event in Jaipur, Rajasthan, which had impressed all who attended. The patrons of the event have been the royal family of Jaipur. They opened up their home, City Palace, for the first edition of this special event, and this time they're present in France as well to lend their name and association to this special event. Let's talk to the patron, Princess Diya Kumari of Jaipur, to know more about her view, why she joined and associated her name and personality with this special cause. Today, of course, you're in Shanthi for the second edition of Nobility for Ability. This year, of course, it's gone global. So how's the feeling?
It's wonderful being here and, of course, part of Nobility for Ability. And this is the second event and it's gone up really, really well. A lot of support for the cause, which is wonderful. And, of course, the polo match. I think it feels wonderful that, we are able to connect the two things which are so close to my heart. Polo, because, my grandfather won the World Cup in Domaine in the 50s. For the Jaipur team, and today we are again here for this is the second time the Jaipur team is playing in France. So that's a very special thing for me, as well as the cause, which is gone global, as you know. And one is people are getting very aware now that we must do our bit to help the people who are not so fortunate. And of course, with my foundation and Nobility for Ability, hopefully we'll do these kind of events in many more cities all over the world.
And that's been the real objective, hasn't it? To of course raise funds for charity, yes, to evoke people's interest in the special causes, but do it through an entertaining way, through fashion and of course polo.
Yes. No, I think it's very important because people, nowadays I think people are aware and conscious about doing their bit for charity, any charity that they feel closest to, but they would like it to be an interesting event as well, and interesting, entertaining, and it's a lovely way to spend an afternoon and a beautiful weather, of course.
Well, talking of course about Shanthi this time it's going global, bringing India and France also together, through fashion, Indian fashion being exhibited in the fashion capital of the world, France, through our polo team from Jaipur, actually coming to one of the oldest clubs in the world and famous clubs of the world. So do events like this bring two nations also together and promote Indian culture?
Yes, they promote Indian culture, they promote Indian handicrafts, we are also promoting khadi, and Indian designers who made some beautiful creations and the French models are doing a beautiful job of wearing it, and of course with polo, with fashion, with some very important designers from India are here as well. So it's a good exchange as well between the two countries. I think it's a lovely way of, for the people of France to get to know India a bit, and Indians as well, to be able to create some awareness so that more and more people visit our countries. Yeah. I think that's also very important. It's a good way of, I think polo was always treated, like that, and then of course this charity combining the two.
2018's Nobility for Ability was a 3-day event which was kicked off by an opening dinner in Senlis just outside Chantilly. The picturesque setting and local company set the ball rolling for what was to come. The second day was all about sports. It was, after all, Olympique Day in Paris, a city gearing up to host the 2024 Olympic Games. There was a visit organized to meet the French Paralympic Association to speak about empowering the specially abled, a cause very central to the Nobility for Ability event.
I want to explain to the young people, that to everybody, that you can practice sports and you can have a place in the society, and you can find the way to show your capacity, and not only your incapacity or your disability. You are a person with a lot of quality, and you have to show everybody that difference is not a disability, it's a force. It's a value, and a society with a lot of diversity is really important, and I think we have to learn and to explain that to the children for the new generation. And we have the 2024 Paralympic and Olympic Games, and we want everybody share these values, and we want a really diversity society.
This day also saw the Indian delegation visit the famous horse museum of Shanthi. All this as a build-up to the third and main day. The Jaipur royal family have been the patrons of Nobility for Ability, and Maharaja Padmanabh Singh of Jaipur has been a very intrinsic part of this association. He in fact played in the inaugural edition, and he's playing in the French edition too, and is leading a special team which of course is squaring off against a side from Chantilly in a special exhibition match in France. I spoke with him about the association of his family with the cause. Today, of course, you're in Shanthi in France. You played in the inaugural edition in Jaipur when a team from France had come. So how is it like, Pacha, to come to Shanthi, play at this internationally renowned club for a special cause as well?
No, it's always special when you go travel and play polo in a different country. Here, of course, is all the more special because we share a very long history with polo in France in general. It was in 1957 when my great grandfather won the Polo World Cup in Domaine, so it's always special. It's my first time playing in France, and I think I can't think of a better way to do it than being here, playing for this unbelievably humane cause, and supporting this beautiful charity, as well as my mother's charity, which has always been a very special part of my life. So playing polo, doing what I like doing, and doing it for a great cause, I can't think of many better ways than this.
Exactly. Well, you've also been playing across the world in polo tournaments. You were in the World Cup, of course. Indian players generally are playing all across the world. Do you believe it's a good time for Indian polo globally?
I think it is a good time. I think what we have now is we have a bunch of really young players who are willing to travel, who are willing to go travel in different countries, go work for the kind of people that will improve your game and give you the exposure that you need to become a good player. So yes, no, most definitely. I think polo is a sport where you really need to travel. You can't just stick to one country, because if you need to improve, you need to travel. And off late, we've had some really good opportunities in our country. The association is really supporting the players, and I can see a bright future for the sport.
Exactly. Well, the first edition, of course, had happened in Jaipur. The royal family of Jaipur had opened up their home, the City Palace, for the event as well. Do you believe, it's important for royals in today's time to lend their support and name to noble causes such as this one?
No, I totally agree. I think, causes like these, every possibility, every opportunity that we have to contribute to give back to society, I think we always make it a point to do it, and for us it's also an opportunity when you come and travel in a country like France. It's also an opportunity for us to promote our culture and our history elsewhere, and I think this is a very special audience here today, and with all these Indian different, it's not just the polo that we're offering. We have this beautiful cause. We have a few Indian designers designers who are getting this platform. So I think all in all, it's a great opportunity for us to travel and promote our culture, our heritage.
And also gets India and France closer as well.
Yeah, no, totally. As I just previously mentioned, the two countries have shared this long-lasting tie, and I think it's really special that after so many years we brought a team to come and play in France. And I hope we can, it can be sort of like a reciprocal arrangement, and we'd be very happy to welcome a French team to India every year and bring some young players to come and play here in the summer. So I'm really looking forward to this association.
Nobility for Ability raises money and evokes people's interests in the charities of their choice through an entertaining way, through providing entertainment like fashion shows, special dinners, lunches, but also by showcasing sport. And the chosen sport in the first edition and the second edition has been polo. So after, of course, a special polo match in Jaipur, Rajasthan in the first edition of Nobility for Ability, today they've come to Shanthi in France, one of the most prominent and famous polo clubs across Europe and across the entire world. A special team from Jaipur, Rajasthan, a royal team taking on an invitational side from Shanthi, also culminating in the Nobility for Ability finale cup, a cup that saw participation from global players who competed throughout the week for a chance to showcase and play for the Grand Cup. So time now to show you all the highlights from the polo part of this special Nobility for Ability weekend in France. The marquee event of Nobility for Ability 2018 was the polo finals for the Nobility for Ability Cup and the exhibition polo match between the Jaipur and Shanthi teams.
I've had the tremendous opportunity to collaborate with Piya Bajwa on her foundation Nobility for Ability, which is patroned by the Maharaja of Jaipur, who graced her with her presence, the presence of her son, who displayed tremendous skills in playing polo. We spent also a couple of days in Paris and had an opportunity to bring forward connections with the French Committee of Paralympic, the French Paralympic Committee.
Several local teams had battled it out through the week, but with the high quality of polo on display, it was certainly a fitting moment when the winning team got to lift the Nobility for Ability trophy.
I'm very happy to be invited to come and play over here. It's a beautiful club here, and I think it's one of the prettiest ones in the world. It's got a very strong history also. They conducted the World Cup finals here one time many years ago, and it's an honor and privilege to play with the other guys that are here. Pachar and Ranshid, they're all very, very good players, and we look forward to having a good match, and very happy that the match is for a very good cause.
As far as the exhibition match was concerned, it certainly was a much-awaited contest, as the Jaipur and Shanthi teams had competed against each other last year in Jaipur, with the match ending in a high-scoring draw.
Well, it's great. We had this team in Jaipur in November, and it was great fun playing with them. We kind of drew. It was 6-all, so we look forward to winning the game here. But we've had a great welcome here, and the team that we brought in, everybody is very excited about playing. There's lovely grounds, and the cause is good. You know, it's the cause that one is playing for. I think that kind of is an important to everyone. You know.
It was a well-fought contest, with the Shanthi team clinching a victory in the end. But the Jaipur team was truly appreciated for the great sportsmanship displayed.
I had commissioned a special equine artwork on behalf of Nobility for Ability and Cosmic Heart Gallery to present to the Chantilly Polo Club as a gesture of gratitude. I'm here to support the work of Princess Diya Kumari Foundation and Piya Bajwa and strongly believe in the work they're doing.
Well, I presented this. This is the real silver sterling jewelry set in sapphires, given to the moment to the people, and it's for the cause of nobility and ability. And special thanks to Piya and Princess Diya Kumari.
And time now for a very quick break on this special program. Don't go anywhere. Many more highlights from France on the other side of this very quick break. Welcome back from the break. Now it's time to show you how fashion was an intrinsic part of the Nobility for Ability weekend in France. It's called the fashion capital of the entire world, and that's why fashion from India had to showcase at this special event too. So there was a special fashion show, a special fashion installation, and also a special champagne lunch with invitees from French aristocracy, the famous members of the Shanthi Club. How did that unfold? Let's show you. How can a polo afternoon be complete without glamour? And that's exactly what Nobility for Ability offered. Before the players squared off on the polo ground, in true French style, a lavish buffet spread was laid out for guests, accompanied by flowing champagne.
I'm the General Manager of Fairmont Jaipur. We at Fairmont Jaipur and Accor Hotels are delighted to partner with Piya for Nobility for Ability and the recent Polo Cup that happened in France. We at Fairmont Jaipur and Fairmont as a brand believe in responsible luxury and giving back to society in all its small ways.
Jet Airways is very happy to be a sponsor of this event. This is a great event, a great day actually today in the region of Chantilly, and also a very good initiative for this excellent and very beautiful cause for Nobility.
Between the two polo matches, there was a brief interval which saw a splendid fashion showcase by renowned Indian designer Charu Parashar. The show was special as it featured French and Indian models walk side by side in Charu's ornate creations.
I wanted to showcase something which is very Indian yet global, and also something of our Indian heritage from our Indian weavers. And khadi is a fabric, khadi silk is a fabric very close to my heart. I just showcased it in Delhi a couple of months back. And like you know, it's kind of diminishing and people are a little apprehensive about it. And that's why I wanted to showcase it to the West in a very rich, opulent manner. And what we've created for today's show is something which is very global today. You could wear these silhouettes in Europe, US, London, India, anywhere. So, and everything is handcrafted. Every single piece in this collection is hand done. Hand embellished, and yes, khadi silk hand woven.
I'm very excited to work for Charu Parashar wearing khadi.
The international models, excited for this Indian collaboration, had arrived early to get ready and acquainted with their Indian outfits. And everyone's efforts were totally worth it, with a rousing reception for the fashion show.
I enjoy walking the ramp and I learn about Indian culture.
Also on display through the finale afternoon was a specially curated Pashmina collection by Ahuja Sons. And they certainly were proud and happy to show their Indian designs to the French visitors, well known for their chic fashion sense.
Well, the backdrop is stunning, obviously. So I think it does justice to the kind of collection that we've brought with us. It's all about modernizing ancient arts of India. You see that one, the blue one, it's called Tanjore. It's based on the Tanjore paintings of India. And it uses real gold and real silver thread. And then we have we've used Jali in the black one to emphasize the ancient architecture of India, and so on and so forth. And also, if you see, coming into France, we've draped them in a different way, not the traditional drape of the shawl, because here people wear Western dresses and they go to work in the morning. So it's an easy way to change your day outfit into night by just draping a shawl and wearing a nice belt over it.
We decided to work with Nobility for Ability because we really believed in the cause. There are a lot of people who came to work on a lot of different causes, but this one really touched our hearts. Knowing Piya personally for the last several years and knowing that she has an undying spirit and that she has decided to work on this cause and also decided to do it with the high patronage of strong influencers and ambassadors to ensure that the message is widespread. And of course, because they chose France. it was an obvious choice for us to want to support this wonderful initiative that we will continue to do in the years to come.
The day concluded with the Indian delegation being treated to a spellbinding cabaret performance at the famous Lido Club of Paris. Well, it's been a glorious weekend at France at the Nobility for Ability second edition, and to sum it up for you, just before we finish this special show, we have of course the founder of the For Ability Trust and the organizer of this event, Piya Bajwa. So welcome back to NewsX, and you were just talking about these last few days. How has the experience been for you, and what's the final message you want to give to the viewers?
First of all, thank you, Uday, for traveling with me and bearing with me. And what can I say? I'm pretty emotional because I think it was a beautiful start and it's ending very beautifully. It's been a journey wherein we saw polo, we saw people performing Paralympics. So we are taking a huge message back to India, wherein we are trying to bring the message of India and France doing things together, especially in the field of disability. That disability is something that can become an ability provided we look at it with the right viewing glass. So I think this weekend has been a glorious one. So we experienced some very interesting things, such as a charity show, and especially being done with a fashion show with khadi, which Charu has so specially curated. Then some amazing, pashmina, which Ahuja Sons has very kindly brought for an exhibition. We are trying to showcase the best of India. That's what we are trying to do. And I think, me personally, I would say that this second edition has been absolutely very, very nice, and I would like to thank the Chantilly Polo Club for helping me organize this event.
Quick word on polo. At the end of the day, the Shanthi Club, well known across the world. Polo was an intrinsic part of your first event as well in Jaipur. Taking polo global today, bringing a special Indian team to play with the best of France. How's that?
It feels very good because we have a complete Indian team playing, and we have some amazing players like the Maharaja, Padmanabh Singh himself, Ransher, and Simran Shergill. So I think it speaks volumes about the kind of stage that was set to receive this Indian polo team, because it's a 12-goal team, and I'm so glad that India made the best show of it.
Okay, well, final question then on future editions of Nobility for Ability. We saw your first edition in Jaipur, a special show there, and today the second edition has concluded. So hope for more in the future, successful ones.
Yes, I really hope so, that I'm able to create these beautiful experiences wherein we are able to do something for the charities that we are supporting, the Princess Diya Kumari Foundation and Ode this time, which is a learning disability school for special children. So I definitely hope that I'm able to do more in the future. So you need to be keeping in touch with me to know what's happening.
And keep watching this space because NewsX, of course, has been the partner for the last two editions. So keep watching this space. Hope you enjoyed this special presentation all the way from France for you. Signing off on that note, thanks so much for watching.